Good.
A little bit better.
Yeah, I actually have, I can do that,
Moving
because
a little
before I
bit.
couldn't
Yeah,
do
you
that.
just kind of stiffened up there.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
Hip was hiked up on that side.
Yep. Comply with their crap.
Yeah, as so many people were, and now I feel that.
You know, I've been nursing for 40 years. I know that you don't make.
Yeah. Stephanie, I think what I'm going to do is just kind of loosen you up from here up, okay?
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, because that's where it's tight.
Yeah, if anything, up here's affected, and then your glutes go into spasm,
Yeah.
and then it's just like, it's everything. It's kind of a chain reaction.
And of course, the steroids, I couldn't sleep, and then it was aching and aching and aching and aching. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, those steroids don't play nice with your
No.
sleep time.
But if it gets rid of some of that inflammation.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Oh,
sometimes you
wow,
just have
that's
no
tight in
choice.
there too. I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the goo goofy way I have to walk. I'm sure everything's all
Yeah.
whoppered
I
on
saw,
up.
I saw you come in and sit in the chair right there, and I
Yeah,
kind of thought that was.
That was not good.
Definitely carrying some more tension on your left side.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, whatever you did the other day helped my right side some, but, whoa, that left side. Well, that knot was so bad when I came in.
Yeah, it was, honestly.
Yeah, my daughter said I look like crap. I work for her, we clean houses, and I told her at the beginning of the week, I said, I'm calling off this week. She said, I wasn't telling you if we had a job anyway, because she said you're not working. I said, alrighty then.
Yeah, that's fun.
No, she's my protector.
Yeah, sounds like it.
She's the one that finally convinced me to quit my job.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I mean, between her and Mike, like, I was a mess. It was so stressful, and management was so horrible, and I scheduled surgeries,
Yeah.
and it was, start to finish. You talked to them after the docs were finished, you went over all their testing,
Uh-huh.
looked at their testing when it came in, got their authorizations, looked for their clearances, scheduled the reps, scheduled at the hospital. There was a lot
You ran
involved.
everything except for the surgeries, didn't you?
Right, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, they saw the doctor in the office, and then they went to the OR, and the
Yeah,
doctor
yeah.
didn't have to think about
Oh,
it,
I
and
know how
everything
it
was
is.
perfect. And
Yeah.
I'm a perfectionist when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you got every detail.
So I had 3 surgeons. I was comfortable with them. I knew their routines. Then they hired 3 more, and I said, I need some help. Well, we don't have any help to give you, but I need some help. I can't do this.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
had 6 surgeons at 3 hospitals.
Oh my God, you're already doing 4 people's jobs.
Yeah. So, I mean, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse, and they were asking me to do unethical things that I wasn't comfortable with, and I was
Oh,
confused,
no.
and I just like, no. And I'd go home, and I would take my stress home,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was just bad. And then Melissa, my daughter says, if you don't get out of there, soon you're gonna have a stroke, a big stroke, and be
Yeah,
dead, and then
yeah.
you're not gonna be any good to anybody. You got the spot.
Yeah, there's that. You have a really, really tight.
Oh, I felt something pop.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Up in your back?
No, right where you're pushing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, muscle fiber broke.
Okay. That might be a little bit of scar tissue left.
Maybe. That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Pop it all out of there.
This I found this really tight muscle. It's just a tight band really in your
Yeah.
glutes and stuff. This could be pulling on your tailbone and stuff.
It could be.
causing a lot of stuff.
Some
right
of that
there.
stuff, yeah.
It's interesting how your body's just
Oh, yeah.
all connected. It
Oh,
really is
yeah,
just
it
one
is.
unit.
Well, then, finally, when I finally said enough's enough, and I gave them 3 weeks' notice. And the whole 3 weeks, I did my job, kept it up to speed, kept saying, what am I doing with this stuff when I'm gone? We don't know yet. So the day I left, December 30th, at 2 o'clock, I worked till 4. At 2, a manager came to me and said, if you could put these in 5 different piles, these are who's going to be taking over your job. Yeah, I have never been happier. There's, I become so just disillusioned with healthcare, and
Oh my gosh.
it's
I know
so
what you mean.
messed up.
Yeah. It's an industry. That's all.
It's money
And yeah.
and politics.
And
It's
I knew that, but it didn't know that.
well, it wasn't like that 40 years ago.
That's what you were saying the other day.
It was not
And
like that.
I hear my
Probably.
other doctor colleagues say the exact same thing.
Uh-huh.
It's the
It's-
realization of it's just money.
It's all money is the
It
bottom
is.
line.
Yeah.
Well, one of my surgeons, he was actually the surgeon who started the practice. This would have been like his 44th or 45th year this year.
Holy cow.
We practiced together our whole careers.
Uh-huh.
Because I worked with him at the hospital, and then he took me down to the office. And he had been fighting with his back for years.
Right.
So he wanted to slow down. So he said, okay, I'll go ahead and he had a fusion, I think from T10 to S1. But anyway, there were complications.
Gosh.
And that was in August of 2021, still walking with a walker. And he told them, he said, I want to work, but I'll only see patients in the office. So only see non-surgicals, or if they're surgical,
Yeah.
do their eval, refer them over to one of the other guys. They came to him about 3 months ago and said, you're not creating enough money,
Right.
so we can hire a PA or a nurse practitioner to do what you're doing,
Oh my
so we no
God.
longer need you in our practice. I was like, what? They screwed him up.
I was going to say they did the surgery.
They did the surgery. I mean, when I worked at the hospital, nurses are younger. I mean, you have all ages, but
Sure,
at the point we had a bunch, and when I had my last son, there were 6 of us pregnant at the same
Oh
time.
my goodness.
It was kind of funny watching management scramble.
I'll bet.
But you can't do anything about it. It's,
Oh yeah, that's just
unless you
what
put in
wanna
your
do
job
about it.
application, I promise not to get pregnant, you
Right,
you can't do that.
Yep. Nobody's going to tell you not to get pregnant to keep your job.
Exactly. My daughter did some research. She said, Makes total sense. Your body does not do what it's supposed to do with vaccines. It turns your body against them.
Right, yeah.
And
like
that's what, yeah.
like some kind of allergic
Instead of
thing.
creating an immune response, it creates an immune response against your own body instead of the disease. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Work them out. I would put some ice on it and then I'll put some heat on it.
Yeah, that would be good.
And take another muscle relaxer.
Hopefully before Saturday we get
Yeah,
some
I mean,
stuff
just to be able to, I mean, we stop frequently anyways.
Uh-huh.
But I don't want to make it a 20-hour trip that we can do in
I
12.
Yeah. I think working on this glute right
I
here
think that
kinda-
helped.
Yeah, it kind of helped this up here a lot. I'm gonna come down on this side too, Stephanie. Just
Okay.
kind of even you out a little bit.
That's
Sort
fine.
of thing, so that your body doesn't kind of.
Great.
Well, yeah. What the heck happened right there? I don't want everything to shift to one or the other side or something like that. Something crazy during your vacation.
I'll just pop myself on the beach, put a cold one in my hand.
Yeah, muscle relaxer.
That's right.
Sun and sand.
That's right.
That has to help a little bit.
Yeah. A hurricane will be out of there by the time we get there.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh, I can't believe
Oh.
that was
Oh.
crazy.
I was watching on the news, a friend of ours owns a house in Punta Gorda. They got hit last night.
My aunt has a house down in Boca Grande.
Yeah.
I went kind of right over.
Yeah, he doesn't have a damage assessment yet. He lives up here. It's just their,
Yeah, same.
Vacation
same
home.
Here, yeah.
so he's waiting on his assessment. They just bought that last spring and it was, oh my God.
Yeah. My aunt's definitely worried, or wondering what's going on. I guess the garage and everything was flooded.
Well,
As long as it didn't make it to the first floor, I guess
Yeah.
maybe it was salvageable.
and I think I lived in a hurricane-prone area like that. If I had a basement, I would have nothing in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like, I went to New York for school and then for clinic the last, 9 or 10 months, or maybe it was a whole year. I lived in Long Beach in New York, and we had a hurricane that summer, and it, flooded everybody's basements on the beach and stuff,
Yeah.
and just major loss. It made me think about living that close to the
Yeah.
ocean and stuff like that.
I mean, I would love to. I would love to wake up every morning and walk out on the beach,
It was
but
amazing. All I had to do was roll over to my left and
Yeah.
look at the beach out my window, but
yeah,
once the hurricane came, that was scary.
yeah. But I mean, like, the coast has the hurricanes, the Midwest has the tornadoes, you know.
Sure, yeah, you gotta pick and choose.
Right.
Kinda.
Trying not to tense.
You're okay. You're okay. If I go in too deep, just let me know and I can back up and then we can kind of just gradually work down.
Well, that's pushing it all the way down my leg.
That's about where we were kind of getting into your pain last time. y'all staying at down the beach?
We own a timeshare. It's in Surfside.
Sweet.
We're about a half a mile from the beach.
That's awesome. I remember the place called Surfside.
Yeah, it's a nice little place. It's not as crowded as downtown Myrtle.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're close to like Myrtle's Inlet and Holly's Island and all that.
Okay.
Where all the good restaurants are.
Yeah. That's the best part.
And then we go down. We used to go all the time when the kids were little, and then we kind of slacked off because it was such a long drive, and we started going other places. But one of the welders that comes into Mike's shop has a farm down there. And 3 or 4 years ago, we were going down, and he heard we were coming down. He said, "Oh, well, you're down there. I'll be home," because he does like 21 days on, 21 days off thing.
Oh, cool.
And he said, "I'll cook for you." Okay, he loves to cook. So our son was with us. Well, our whole family was with us. We had all the kids and all their kids and whatever. But anyways, Eddie said, "You and your wife and Steve and his girlfriend come out and well, you want beef or seafood?" My son goes, "Beef." Okay. We had a smoker. He made us prime rib. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I would smoked prime rib sounds amazing.
Wow. It was so good. And then, these sides, his girlfriend and him put all this stuff together. The real Southern hospitality is the best. Like, they just welcome you into their home, whatever, and it's really cool. They have wild hogs on their property.
Uh-huh.
So she feeds them, and then they shoot some in the winter, just enough for food.
Sure.
But it's so cool. She goes out there, bangs her buck, and all these little hogs come running in. But so then the next year, he was going to be home for Thanksgiving. Mike calls me at work like in October. "Hey, can you get off over Thanksgiving weekend? Eddie wants us to come down." Yeah, I'll get off. So he had a shrimp boil. Oh my.
Wow. I'm still looking forward for my first shrimp boil.
Oh my God. And I've had shrimp boils up here.
Uh-huh.
That was,
The real Southern one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then last year we went down. We tried now to plan a Myrtle Beach trip. Since the kids were all grown, they all go their own ways. So we tried to do Myrtle Beach. We went in September last year, and he made a shrimp Creole, but I don't like stuff hot. So the sweetheart that he is, he made 2 batches, a mild batch and a hot batch. I'm like, what? He said, "That's all right, after you leave, I'll put some peppers in there." I'm like, okay.
That sounds pretty.
So I don't know what we're getting
awesome.
this year, but
Sounds like a very
it
welcoming
doesn't
family.
matter. It's always
Yeah,
so good.
Sounds fun.
Oh, it's a blast. Because the Thanksgiving one, he had a whole bunch of people there. All his Southern friends, and it was just the coolest thing. And his parents, like his dad was in, I think, the Navy.
Uh-huh.
But he will sit there and he will tell you all these stories about all these boat trips he made on, and I'm like, oh, it's just so
stories.
Interesting.
I could sit down and
Oh,
listen
me too.
to grandfathers and grandmothers all day long.
Oh, my dad will do that. I mean, he's 88, and he was a farmer. And he'll say, "Oh, yeah, I can remember when we used to take the, horses and back in the 30s and go to the neighbor's farm and do this and do that." I'm like, wow. But it's just so cool to listen to all that.
I think it is too.
The kind of life they had was...
Yeah, I think...
I'd rather been living back then than now.
For sure. And I still think it's important that people honestly look back and realize some of the skills that everybody's missing these days.
Oh my God. Well, it's just like, I can. I plant a garden, I can.
Yeah,
My vegetables.
Can and cold pack. I mean, that's...
I can. I freeze. And then
need to be able to know.
I used
how do
to
that.
shoot. I used to hunt, but I kind of gave it up. But
Mhm.
Mike, and he takes the granddaughters out. My boys used to go too, but then my youngest will still go. My middle one, first year out, he got this giant 12-point. And he went a couple years after that, but never got anything in again. I think that kind of ruined him.
Oh, yeah, I bet it would.
I said, I don't shoot for the horns anyways. I shoot for the meat. But my older granddaughter just turned 18 yesterday, but she was really, really into it for a good many years.
Mm-hmm.
But 2020, she got a really nice deer. Then she got a boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she don't want to hunt with Pappy anymore.
Oh,
So the 11-year-old though, she is gung-ho. She got her first buck last year,
Oh, wow.
first year out.
Cool.
I took her with his gun. I said, is this something she's been practicing with? No, I'm going to take her up the range and shoot. She shot 3 times. Hit the target all 3 times.
That's good.
4th shot out of her gun, she dropped a deer.
No way.
Well, that's how I used to be. I said, oh, my girls got their Annie Oakley skills from their Grammy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we do all that. But I look and my daughter and my granddaughters are, well, not the older one, whatever, she's kind of liberal, but but the little one, like, she was there all with me all summer. I missed her so much when she went back to school, but she would help me in the garden, she would help me clean the vegetables, she'd help me can, she loved it. Next year she said, Grammy, can I have my own garden? I said, well, guess what? My garden's too big for me and Pappy. I said, you can have half of it. Really? I said, yep, but you gotta come out every day. Take care of it. Okay. But my daughter's, she gets frustrated because like, this child will do nothing at home, but she comes here and I'm like, well, because she's with
She
Grammy.
loves grandma.
That's right. But my daughter didn't complain whenever she took her vegetables home. But see, I have a couple friends that do it, and then like a lot of my other friends are like, it's easier to just go to the store. I said, do you know what you're eating when you buy that stuff at the store? Really?
Exactly.
Like, I hate buying any kind of produce.
I
really do.
I don't
Oh.
eat any produce in the store. And I've changed my relationship with vegetables here lately, but nothing out of the store.
Yeah, I mean, they're just disgusting.
Yeah.
And that's why I try to freeze as much as I possibly can, or can it, because in the wintertime.
Same.
Because you're getting this stuff shipped in from God knows where.
Oh, I know. And I mean, it's just.
And how many people have touched it and look.
They tell you the pesticides don't make it to your plate, but that's
Bullshit.
ridiculous.
You keep finding these things.
I know.
That's all right.
This one's
Oh,
the side that we couldn't.
I think that's one I couldn't let you touch the other day,
Yeah, yeah.
because you about killed me on the other side.
I could imagine you were pretty much done by the time I got over here. We will try to adjust this side first today. Calm down pretty good right there. You okay?
Yeah, I just needed some air.
Yeah.
No air in there.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I felt that.
Yeah, the goofy physical therapist I was going to told me I had piriformis syndrome. So maybe I did to a certain degree from
Sure.
sitting.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that doesn't cause numbness and reflex issues.
Yeah.
Stupid dude.
Ooh, pretty down here. Let's get you to lay on your left side. Face me over here. Stop. Watch your low back. Work your way up. Yeah, you doing okay?
Yep. Not crying.
Let's get your hand across your ribs right there. And hand right on your elbow right there. Right there you go. Give you a little push. Just a little traction like that. How you doing?
Okay.
Turn your head up toward the ceiling. Yeah, there you go. Just relax for me.
No.
Okay, a little bit better than the other day.
Easier said than done, relax.
Let's just traction out here a little bit more. Get your big stretch this way. You okay?
Uh-huh.
Big deep breath in. Relax your shoulders, your ribs. Stop. Yeah, all that. Just breath out. Okay. Just relax. Okay, let's move to the other side. We got a little bit of movement right there.
Yeah, it's still, I can feel really tight in there.
Yeah, I can feel you tense up a little bit. And
Yeah,
don't wanna, like,
I
force
know,
my
I
way
know, but I
through
just,
that.
I know the spine too much.
I know. I know where your mind's at.
Yeah,
But
but I
we'll
know.
get you in here a little bit,
Yeah,
more
I'm
consistently.
gonna come back as soon
Yeah.
as we're back until I at least know my MRI results.
Yeah, yeah. Even with your MRI results.
Right,
and
that'll
stuff
be a
like
better
that.
picture for you too.
Yeah, and I mean, even stuff like
unless
that
it's
we're
something they
doing,
say you need to get
if
to
you
the
had a
OR.
herniation right here,
Yeah.
and the way we're tractioning,
Right.
we're kind of like spacing
Right.
that disc out a little
Right.
bit. Let's bring it all the way down here, good. You can just relax.
Oh,
There you
something
go.
popped.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes when I move positions, I can feel those vertebrae in the lower back
It's
just,
just locked. They're
Moving.
Oh, yeah. And then you feel the ones that don't want to move too.
yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay, good. Let's get your face down. Yeah, that loosens stuff up a little bit right down here. That's good. Alright, give yourself a big push. Nice deep breath in. And out. Okay, hands down on the ground. There, yeah, perfect. And a push right here too. Nice deep breath in. And out.
Oh!
take care of so much down here. We didn't get that the other day.
No.
Holy cow. Phew.
Wow, that was a good one.
That was a really good one. Just catch your breath right there, Steph. I think that's going to do it for us today.
Okay.
Just
I
catch
mean,
your
it
breath.
feels better. It's still tight right here, but it's better, I think.
And you're going to be probably a little bit sore for the next couple of
And
days.
that's okay.
So, yeah. By the time you get in the car Saturday, I think you ought to be all right.
Well, I have heated seats too.
You know what? Like my heated seats in my Jeep, some of the most comfortable place to sit in.
Oh, it
in
is.
like my whole life.
It is. I love
after
it.
Back surgery. Yeah, nice and slow on your own time.
Yeah, he likes my car too because he has that big truck. He's like,
Yeah.
it's too far to drive in my truck. I told him, I said, just buy this one because it's a lease. I said, I turn it in and hey, he says, why gotta have a truck? I said, then be uncomfortable in your truck.
Yeah.
He said, well, I gotta haul deer. I said, you have quads and you have gators at the farm. It's not like you have.
Hey, they'll figure it out. How you doing, Stephanie?
Good.
A little bit better.
Yeah, I actually have. I can do that
Moving
because
a little
before I
bit.
couldn't.
Yeah, you just kind of stiffened up
Oh,
there.
yeah, that's good.
Hip was hiked up on that side.
Yeah.
You okay? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
All right, thank
Good.
you.
You're very welcome. I'm glad you got a little bit further
Yes,
than we did
me
last
too,
time.
'cause
Oh,
I
my
was
goodness.
so worried about it.
I felt bad letting you leave my office like that the other day.
Oh, no. I mean, I get it. Believe me. I was just like, I can't take one more. I
know,
can't.
I know. I know you were at your breaking point.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like
Good stuff.
all
All
that
right.
other stuff I've been